And tonight, one upstate family finally getting closure more than 3 years after a loved one was killed by a drunk driver. The victim's wife reached out to Fox Carolina Investigates after years passed without any action on the case. And we started asking questions. And today, a judge handed down the sentence. Senior investigative reporter Grace Runkel has details.
Kara Ray Reynolds was more than 4 times over the legal limit when she hit and killed William Ford in February 2020. William's wife Betty thought that the case would be over quickly. After all, they had Reynolds' blood alcohol content test. But it wasn't until more than 3.5 years later, after Fox Carolina Investigates started asking questions, that Betty got some closure.
I'm so glad it's over. I needed closure.
For years, Betty Ford waited for her day in court. And for years, it didn't come. Kara Ray Reynolds was quickly charged in connection with Betty's husband's death. But by spring 2025, the case stalled with no new events listed in online court records.
I can't get justice or closure like this.
What was the last conversation you had with the solicitor's office?
The lady told me they were still backed up from COVID and they would let me know.
So we sat down with then 13th Circuit Solicitor Walt Wilkins. Let's talk about the Reynolds case. Why is that case taking so long?
So the Reynolds case is a February 2022 case, so we just hit the 3-year mark.
Wilkins says medical records complicated the case. William had a history of medical issues. He'd just beaten cancer. So the state had to prove Reynolds' crash caused his death, not something else.
That case will be resolved, I would suggest, at least in the next 3 to 4 months.
Kara Reynolds. Fast forward from May to September, Reynolds pleaded guilty to felony DUI resulting in death, and a judge sentenced her to 17 years behind bars, suspended to 10. Betty getting a chance to tell the judge about her loss and finally put the criminal case behind.
No, there's no winners here. We all lost. But at least now we can move on.
Grace Runkel, Fox Carolina News.